In this lesson, we're going to talk about areas and volumes of similar solids. Before we begin, we need to know how to identify whether solids are similar or not. Fortunately, that's easy to do. Just like with similar figures, similar solids have the same shape and all their corresponding dimensions are proportional. For example, if these two prisms are similar, then their corresponding sides have to be proportional. So A over D has to equal B over E, and that also has to equal C over F. And the proportion of these corresponding sides is what we call the scale factor. Sound familiar from similar figures? It should. So let's try this. Are these two pyramids similar? If so, what is the scale factor? If not, explain. Well, let's start with, the slant height, the lateral length. That would mean that 6.5 centimeters over 22.75 centimeters should be proportional to all the other sides. So let's reduce this. Notice that our units reduce out, and if we reduce the top and bottom by 6.5, we get 1 over 3.5. Now, something that we probably want to do is make sure this is simplified all the way. So both the numerator and the denominator need to be whole numbers. And let's see, that's going to be kind of tricky, but not really. Sometimes simplifying isn't just about dividing. We can multiply as well. If we multiply both the numerator and denominator by 2, we end up with 2/7. So there's a completely reduced ratio. So now let's try the front base edge, shall we? That tells us that 7 centimeters is over 24.5 centimeters. So let's see, what can we do here? Oh! If we multiply top and bottom by 2 again, we get 14 over 49, and that will reduce to 2/7 by dividing top and bottom by 7 after that. And now let's look at the right base edge there, the 5 centimeters and the 17.5 centimeters. If we multiply top and bottom by 2, we get 10 over 35, and then if we divide both top and bottom by 5, that reduces to 2/7 again. So yes, the pyramids are similar, and the scale factor is 2 to 7, or 2/7. Let's try another example. Are these figures similar? If so, what's the scale factor? If not, explain. Well, let's start with the slant heights. The slant heights, 7 to 14, and that reduces to 1/2. That's a nice, neat ratio. And now let's compare the bases. We have 4 meters to 8 meters, and that reduces to 1/2 as, oh, wait a minute. The 8 meters is a radius, and the 4 meters is a diameter, isn't it? Scratch that. Let's back up. The radius is only 2 meters on the smaller cone. So the ratio then is not 4 to 8, it's 2 to 8. And because of that, that doesn't reduce to 1/2, it reduces to 1/4. Oh, I'm glad I caught that before I made the video. And therefore the cones are not similar because the scale factors for the slant heights and the radii are not the same. So finding similar figures is just a matter of checking to see if everything reduces to the same ratio. We've been doing this for quite a while now.